Tape www.suividecolosénégal.com. À École au Sénégal, c'est facile, tu n'as qu'à te connecter. Tape École au Sénégal, les leçons sont beaucoup plus détaillées.
Pronouns. So we've gotten to pronouns and we need to find out why is it important to have pronouns. It is imperative that you know the pronouns. And I know it can be very confusing sometimes because we have different types of pronouns that we're going to be looking at some examples and telling you when to use them. Pronouns actually are substitutes of nouns. Pronouns are used as a substitute. Substitute in the sense that it replaces nouns. And of course, we know what a noun is: a name of a person, a place, or a thing. Paul, Paris, a table, or a chair, or house, or a statue. And so a pronoun comes to replace it. And like I said, there are different types of pronouns. Actually, on the board, there are 5 types of pronouns, okay? Or what you can say adjectives sometimes, because an adjective describes a noun or describes something, okay? And so we have what you call the subject pronoun, which is simple, which is something that we use. It's just a normal pronoun that replaces, the conjugates. And then we have this object pronoun. You have the possessive adjective, something possessive. It means that it is for me, it is my book, it is his book, it is their book. So it is something that is that describes an adjective. And then you have the possessive pronouns. Possessive pronoun is something that is possessive, means that belongs to. So it is mine, it belongs to me. So it is mine, it belongs to you. So it is yours, it belongs to they. So it is theirs. And so that is a possessive one. Of course, we have the last one, which is reflexive. It's a reflection of yourself. And so it is like, for example, adding yourself to it. So we're going to be looking at the board right now. And at this corner, it kind of splits out what your expectations are for pronouns. And pronoun has, of course, you see them here. So it has it has the first person, which is je, the second person, which is tu, the third person, male, masculine, which of course is il. I have the third person feminine, which is elle, and you have the third person thing here in chose, which is il aussi, and then you have the first person plural, nous, and you have the second person plural, vous, and then you have the third person plural, or the third position of things, like things in plural with an S, things, not a thing anymore, but things, which is il avec un S. And so let's go now to it. So we've started with the first person is je, I. The second person is tu, you. And then of course we have the third person il, which is I, you, he, she. And then you have shows it. And then you have the third person nous, which is we. The third person vous, which is you. And then the third person, which is third person plural, the third position of things in the plural, which is what? They. Or you can use yes. That is it. Okay? And so that is your subject pronoun. Okay? And now let's go to the object pronoun. So you have the table for the pronouns. It's simple and that's it. It's simple and that's the table. And so you see here, from here, the self, the elf changes to VES, because in the plural of self, it becomes VES. And so these are the pronouns that you can actually use. Subject pronouns, we already know it. It's something that we use constantly all the time. Je, tu, il, elle. Those are subject pronouns. We know that. Object pronouns are just replacements. Okay, it is me. No, is it you? Or is it him? Or is it her? Is it us? Or is it them? That would be the object pronoun. Okay, and then you come to what they call the possessive adjective. Of course, we know the adjectives that describes. It is my book. So it's saying that that book belongs to me. So it is my book. It is your chair. It is his car. It is their pencil. And so it describes actually, it tells you what it is. That's a possessive adjective. And then of course, possessive pronouns talks about whom does this belong to? It answers the question as to whom. As to whom. Whom does it belong to? Whose car is this? Oh, it is mine. Oh, no, it is hers. It is his. It is theirs. It is it is ours. It's yours. And so it's possessive. It answers the question of whom or whose. It's a possessive. And then reflective talks about something that is to yourself. It is myself. Myself, then yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves. So you're thinking, you're having like a reflection, so it's ourselves, yourselves. It's different from this your. See, this is in plural, and then themselves. Okay, and so we will be using this as in some exercises so that you can practice. But please take note about the 5 possessive pronouns, actually the 4 plus the possessive adjective. And this is the table. I hope that it helps. I've had to put here in the French section so that you would know where what belongs to as far as conjugaison, is concerned. Je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous et il au pluriel, so that you would know. That's why it's divided that way. It's easier for you to remember, and it'll be easier in which circumstance to put it. For example, Peter goes to school every day. Which one would that be here to replace Peter? Which pronoun would replace Peter goes to school every day? It would be he. He goes to school every day. That would be the subject pronoun. And then what about if I ask the question, whose bag is this? And it belongs to probably to Hadi, for example. And I say, whose bag is this? What's going to be the answer? It's going to say, it is Hadi's or it is hers. Possessive pronoun. It's Hadi's, apostrophe S, or it is hers. But if I say, whose bag is this? And this bag is my bag. I'm going to say, oh, it is mine. So it's a possessive. Okay. And so you should know where to put what, and we should look at some of the examples in our next class. I hope that helps. Thank you.
Tape 3W suivi d'école au Sénégal.